Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is one and only Pop Culture Junkie, and we are just minutes after the conclusion of the 2018 WWE 34, number 34, Wrestlemania. That's right. Okay, they don't even put the numbers on them anymore, but it was WrestleMania 34 that we just watched. And it was a very interesting show. Interesting is the only word to describe it because they did a lot of things that were different, unique, and some things we had no clue they would even consider doing. So I'm going to run through the matches real quick. There was a lot of matches. It was a 7-hour show from the beginning of the pre-show, the kickoff, all the way to the very end of the night. Very long show, and I don't understand how they continue to stretch this show out longer and longer. We had 13 matches announced and a 14th surprise match, obviously, that we all sort of knew was going to happen. But again, 13 matches already was enough. Then we got an extra one. All right, so we're going to start from the very beginning, okay? We had on the pre-show, we had Matt Hardy winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Okay, he is the winner for this year. That was good. I thought that was fine. Matt Hardy's been on a good run lately on Raw, so I felt that was adequate. I was surprised that Dolph Ziggler did not win. I expected him to win since he's been on a roll on SmackDown, saying, hey, where's my WrestleMania moment? He hasn't had a singles match yet, etc. So thought that was going to be the direction they went. The next match was the finals in the tournament for the vacant Cruiserweight title match. That's right. The title match was set up because Enzo Amore was stripped of the title when they let him go from the company. And the finals were Mustafa Ali and Cedric Alexander. This match was very entertaining. It was your standard Cruiserweight match, but it had some good spots. Cedric Alexander was the winner. That was my pick to win, so I'm happy to have that. Then we had the final match for the pre-show was the Women's WrestleMania Battle Royal. Okay, they had 20 women in this, and there was all sorts of characters from NXT, SmackDown, and Raw. Okay, there was about 7 I counted from NXT that were on there. They had a moment in the ring, which is kind of nice. Sasha and Bayley eliminating the last few women, and Bayley did turn on Sasha finally and threw her out, and then we thought that was the winner. Turns out Naomi was on the outside of the ring the whole time after never being eliminated by anybody, and she came in and ends up eliminating Bayley, and Naomi is your winner for the first ever WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. So good job to Naomi there. Now the main card begins with a triple threat match for the Intercontinental title. The Miz defending against Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. This was a great opening match. Lots of good spots. The ending was really good. And we have Seth Rollins winning the Intercontinental title, and he is now a Grand Slam champion. He's won all the major titles. Congratulations to Seth Rollins. I really enjoyed this match. I thought they did a great job. I thought everyone had some good moments to hit all their spots, and I really enjoyed the match. Our next match was the Women's SmackDown title match of Charlotte defending her title against the 2018 Women's Royal Rumble winner, Asuka, the undefeated Empress of Tomorrow. That's right. And in this match, Asuka tapped out in the figure 8. I could not believe this. I thought for sure they're going to keep this streak going. Some people are saying online on Twitter, oh, well, it's WrestleMania 34, and it took place in New Orleans, where 4 years prior to that, in New Orleans, we had Undertaker losing his streak to Brock Lesnar. So that, some people are saying, oh, it's only fitting, right? No, I think they could have really done a lot more with Asuka with her streak. Now I'm just worried that now that she's been defeated, that now they're going to be under the impression that, oh, well, she's already lost, so if we decide to have her job to a few people on Raw or SmackDown or whatever, it's no big deal because she's already had a loss, so it's okay now. It's like, no, Asuka should not lose often at all. She should have very few, if any, losses. They should mean something when it happens. So Charlotte does retain and keeps the women's title for now. Surprisingly, there was no cash-in or even a hint of a cash-in from Carmella. The next match was the Fatal 4-Way United States title match of Randy Orton defending against Jinder Mahal, Rusev, and Bobby Roode. This match was very short and to the point, and we had a new champion crowned in Jinder Mahal. He won the title. I don't understand why they had Rusev be the one to take the pin. Rusev is so over. He deserves a solid run, and the Rusev Day gimmick is very popular, so why not just take advantage of that? But yeah, they seem to just want to do things in a very difficult way. But Jinder Mahal gets the pin over Rusev and wins the title. All right, we move on to the intergender tag match of Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey making her wrestling in-ring debut against Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. Now, this match was very entertaining, and that's exactly what it was supposed to be. This was not going to be a mat classic by any means. Now, you have legends like Kurt Angle and Triple H who definitely could tear the house down. And, hey, back in the year 2000, they did that, okay? These guys had classic matches back in 2000, all the way into 2001, 2002, so forth. And I really enjoyed their chemistry. Kurt Angle, of course, one of the greatest wrestlers in history, period. But this match was all about the entertainment and all about the debut of Ronda Rousey, and also about Stephanie finally getting what's coming to her. And I enjoyed the fact that Ronda Rousey got in there and stood toe-to-toe with Triple H as well. Okay, it wasn't just her fighting Stephanie. She got in there and took Triple H to town, and it was good. The match ends, of course, with Ronda Rousey putting Stephanie in the armbar submission. Makes it look like she actually almost broke her arm, or possibly did, or that might be the storyline they're going to go with. But she does get Stephanie to tap out, and Ronda and Angle are the victors. So great match there. Our next match is the tag team title match for SmackDown. It is a triple threat match. So it's defending against the team of Big E and Kofi Kingston of the New Day and the Bludgeon Brothers. Okay, this match was very short and to the point as well, very similar to the U.S. title match. The Bludgeon Brothers are your new tag team champions, okay? They pretty much dominated the entire match, getting the win over the New Day, and that was it. So now we have Eric Rowan and Luke Harper, tag team champions. I feel like they should have had those belts years ago when the Wyatt family was really strong. That would have made a lot more sense, I think, but anyways, we do have Harper and Rowan as tag team champions, and I hope they have a good, solid run, okay? I think they're a great tag team. They both have a lot of talent. Luke Harper, I already know down the road he should have a solid singles run in the top title picture, okay? Maybe not win the title. I wish he would, but at the very least, he definitely should be a top contender for a big heel, for a babyface to challenge or defend the title against, something like that. So starting from the very beginning of the pre-show, leading up to the end of the Asuka-Charlotte match, we had John Cena sitting at ringside in the seats next to fans, drinking beers, taking pictures with people, and just enjoying the show, like he said, as a fan. Now, at the conclusion of the Charlotte-Asuka fight, you had a referee come over the rail and tell Cena, "The Undertaker's here," or we think he's here. So then John Cena jumps over the barricade and runs to the back of the arena into the backstage area, which I've already seen 100 different memes people have made from that. And then we get John Cena's music coming out after the tag team title match. He waits in the ring looking for somebody. The lights go out, and instead of the Undertaker, we get Elias. And Elias comes out singing a song mocking the crowd and mocking Cena. He ends up getting beat up by Cena. And that's when Cena goes to leave, because it's like, well, I guess Taker's not showing up. Then we get the amazing spectacle, of course, of the lights go out, a spotlight shines down on the ring, and there we see Undertaker's trench coat and hat and gloves laid in the middle of the ring, similar to what it was last year whenever he lost to Roman Reigns. They have some pyro lightning shoot down into the ring, and then the lights go out again. When the spotlight comes back on, the hat and the gloves and everything are gone, and then we get the smoke, the music, and here comes the Undertaker, and he looked amazing, okay? Undertaker looked better than he's looked in the last 5 years. He's really gotten himself in great shape, and he looked healthy, so that was good. Undertaker and Cena are in the ring, and they have the match, and it was exactly what it needed to be. It was short, it was good. Like I said, these guys are at that stage where they can do very little and get over, okay? They're legends. They both are. They've done their fair share of wrestling matches where they went the 20-minute, 30-minute, whatever, and they don't need to do that anymore, okay? The fans don't even need them to do that, okay? Undertaker just has to come out, do a few poses, choke slam tombstone, and you're done. And they did that pretty much. So we got to see Cena versus Undertaker. Finally, it happened. Undertaker connects with a tombstone, pins John Cena clean, 1, 2, 3, and Undertaker is the winner. It was a beautiful moment, so I enjoyed it. We didn't get American Badass Taker, but we did get the Cena Taker match at least, so there's that. The next match was Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. If Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan were to lose, then Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn would be rehired to be back on SmackDown. And this is an awesome moment because this is Daniel Bryan's first match back after being told he was never going to be able to wrestle again 3 years ago. So this was his first match back. My prediction, my pick was like, there's no reason, no if and or not reason for them to have Daniel Bryan lose his very first match coming back from being injured and out of the ring for 3 years. He has to win his first match. And thankfully, yes, Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon, they won the match. Now, I love the way they did this. They set it up where at the very beginning, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens attack Shane and Bryan before the bell rings. So Bryan is knocked out of the ring. Shane decides to get in the ring and start the match on his own. But it's obvious what we're doing here. Okay, Shane's going to get beat up. He's going to do whatever he can to not get pinned or tap out or whatever. It was all about setting up Daniel Bryan for the hot tag. Because when you remember Team Hell No with Kane and Daniel Bryan, that was the big thing. Daniel Bryan would get that hot tag and just go to town on everybody he was fighting. And it was amazing. It lit the crowd up. And it did so tonight as well. And thankfully, yes, Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon were the victors. So apparently we're probably going to see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn show up on Raw tomorrow night. Or within the next couple weeks. Because they're not going to be gone for good, of course. Next, we have the Raw Women's Championship title match of Nia Jax versus the champion Alexa Bliss with Mickie James in the corner. This match was very short, and it was as good as it could be, okay? You have Nia Jax, who is around 6 foot, weighs around 300-something pounds, and her opponent is a 5-foot-tall Alexa Bliss. And how are you going to make this to where you actually think Alexa Bliss has a chance at beating somebody 3-4 times her size, okay? They did as much as they could, and it was decent. Nia Jax gets the win because obviously they had to, okay? There's no way they're going to do this picking on, bullying kind of storyline and then let the bully win, okay? No, that's not the world we live in nowadays, so they couldn't go that way. Nia Jax is your champion now. I don't see her having a long title reign, though. I think even she may lose the title tomorrow night on Raw. You know, obviously Alexa Bliss is going to get a rematch, so I can see Alexa winning the title back tomorrow with interference from Mickie James or something like that. Again, there was rumors saying that maybe Carmella would cash in on the Raw champion. We never got any hints or clues or any kind of thing like that, so not sure they know what they're going to do with the cash in for the Money in the Bank briefcase. Next, we have the WWE title match of AJ Styles, the champion, defending the title against the 2018 Men's Royal Rumble winner, Shinsuke Nakamura. Big issue I have with this, you have the WWE champion. That is your top title of the company, okay? That is your top title. And you have Shinsuke Nakamura, the winner of the Royal Rumble. Those two elements alone make this the main event of the show, but they were not on the main event spot. They were third from the top. It made no sense to me. Now, this match was heavily hyped, and a lot of people felt the hype was too much, but I still enjoyed this match. I thought it was really good. Good pacing on both, and I really didn't know where they were going to go. I really could not tell you beginning the match. I did not know who was going to win because it could have gone either way. I was very pleasantly surprised that AJ Styles wins and retains the title. Okay, it was a very good match. Then we see Shinsuke take the belt from the ref, and he presents the title on his knee, handing it up to AJ as a sign of respect. And the crowd really ate that up, and they loved it. Then Shinsuke delivers a low blow to AJ Styles and proceeds to kick him and beat him up and toss him out of the ring. Nakamura delivers a Kinshasa to AJ Styles outside the ring and leaves. And obviously we're setting up for a rematch or something, but at least now we have a little bit of a twist to Nakamura's character. I don't really agree with it. I don't see why Nakamura has to be a heel now. He's way over as a face and should stay as a face, but that's the direction they're decided to go in. Next, we have the Raw Tag Team title match of Cesaro and Sheamus, the Bar, defending the titles against Braun Strowman and a mystery partner. Now, rumors have been all over the place about who the partner should be. It could have been Big Cass, could have been Dean Ambrose, could have been Big Show, could have been Samoa Joe. There's all these different names that have been popping up, okay? Some are cleared, some are not cleared, some are still injured, etc., and some are not in town, so obviously they were, eliminated from the possibilities, but there was a big rumor about who was going to be the tag team partner for Braun Strowman. Well, Braun comes out after the Bar makes their entrance. Braun gets on the microphone and says, well, everyone's been wondering who my partner is. Well, the partner is not in the back room. He's not in the backstage area. My partner is somewhere out here around the audience. So we're like, okay. So I'm thinking there's got to be somebody from like NXT, maybe a new Stars debuting, and they're sitting out in the audience, okay. Strowman goes walking around the entire area on the floor, and he pulls a random kid out of the audience. Okay, this kid looks to be about 10 years old. We find out his name is Nicholas. Strowman brings him to the ring and says, all right, go stand on the corner. I'll take care of business. And the match begins. And I kid you not, we have a tag match for the tag team titles, second match before the end of the night. and it's Strowman teaming with a child against Cesaro and Sheamus. And Strowman wins. Strowman pins and defeats the Bar on his own. And now Strowman is co-holder of the tag team titles with a 10-year-old kid named Nicholas. I mean, are you kidding me? Why does WWE have to feel like they need to make everything so challenging? So just, what was wrong with just getting some wrestler from NXT or somebody random from the back? Okay, what was, what about the other 20-something guys from the Battle Royal earlier in the night that didn't win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal? Why couldn't you just grab one of those random guys and put them in there? Okay, so many possibilities. This makes no sense. Are you going to have this kid start touring with WWE and with Strowman? Is he going to go town to town defending the title just by standing in the corner? I mean, there were so many other possibilities to make this a good payoff, and they just continue to do mind-numbingly dumb things. I don't understand it. So, if you can explain that, please do. Leave me some comments. So, we reach the final match of the night. It is the Universal Title match. The champion, Brock Lesnar, who's been champion since last year's WrestleMania, defending against the winner of the Elimination Chamber match, Roman Reigns. Naturally, Roman Reigns comes out. He gets booed. I saw one of the top trends on Twitter during the match was boo Reigns out of the building and boo Reigns. Those are some of the top trends. The match begins, and I mean, really, the match itself is just nothing but German suplexes, Superman punches, spears, F5s. If there's something else that happened in there, you'll have to tell me, because that's all I kept seeing was just that. So Lesnar keeps hitting F5s. He hits a few in the ring, a few outside the ring. He hits one on Roman through one of the announce tables. They did mess up a spot, sort of, where Roman is supposed to run towards Lesnar and spear him, sort of like lifting him up in the air to lift him up onto a announce table and, put him through there. They got their placings incorrect, and Roman ends up just pushing Lesnar across the table, and they fall between two of the announce tables. Funny part was, it seems like they landed on some microphone stuff, and Michael Cole, when he goes into that high-pitched, excited voice that is really annoying, he's not talking to us that are watching it on the network. He seemed to have a live mic all of a sudden, and it seemed like it was echoing throughout the arena. At least that's how it came across on the network. If anybody out there that's listening watched the show in the arena and that was what happened, let me know, because that's exactly how it came off. So in the end, we get Lesnar F5ing Roman Reigns probably about the sixth or so time. Roman keeps kicking out of these, and it's getting to be a joke now. The crowd went from chanting boring to this is awful to CM Punk chants. I'm sure there was a few others that I didn't catch. Finally, Roman gets busted open by Lesnar. He literally busted him open the hard way, and he's covered in blood. He's got blood all over his face. And it almost seemed like that was like, okay, guys, it's not working. It's not working. We got to make you bleed to make this crowd, finally like you. And still didn't work. Every time one of them would kick out of the other's moves, whether it was an F5 or a spear, whoever was doing the pin, the audience did not give a rat's ass about this match at all. Whether it was Roman winning or Lesnar winning, they just did not care. There's like, whatever, just wrap it up already. Now, part of that could easily be because this was a 7-hour show and the audience is exhausted from all the other matches they had to experience earlier. I can understand that. But obviously, with the two people involved in this match, you can see why the fans were not invested in it. Lesnar ends up F5ing Roman one final time and gets the pin. Now, that was the shocker to end the show, because so far it seemed like Lesnar's going to UFC. And it seems like, again, Roman's going to be Vince's golden boy to get the title and have a long title reign with it. But at the last minute, something happened, I guess, or whatever reason, they, again, swerve us, and Lesnar retains. So Lesnar is still the Universal Champion. Who knows? Is he going to show up tomorrow night on Raw and defend it and lose to someone, or lose to Roman or whoever? Did they just not want to do it in the arena at, Mania? What are they doing here? I don't know. It's very confusing. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens on Raw. I'm hoping Roman and Lesnar and all of them will be on Raw, and we can figure out if there's something else going to be, continue with this. I hope they move away from it. Lesnar, if you are going to stick around with WWE and keep the title for a little bit to challenge somebody else, I hope someone else challenges and we get Roman away from the title picture for a very, very long time. Just get out of here. Someone else, okay? So that's it, guys and gals. That is the show. That was a very long show, and I don't see why Mania has to be this long. I love wrestling as much as the next person, if not maybe even more than a lot of people, but 7 hours, that's a long time, okay? And you think back, WrestleManias back in the early days, in the late 80s and early 90s, there was other Manias that had 13, 14, 15 matches on a card, and they stayed around the 3-hour mark, maybe 4 hours tops. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, matches have gotten longer now, but still, it's like there's a way around this stuff. Well, let me know what you guys thought of the show. Let me know. Share with me. Put some comments below, and I'll reply to you. I'm looking forward to people's feedback and comments on what they thought of the actual pay-per-view itself. How would you have booked it differently? Let me know. What was your favorite match of the night? What was your favorite surprise? Or what was what was the most disappointing part of the night? Share with me. Well, guys and gals, I'm going to wrap this up because it's late. It's been a long evening, and I'm going to get some sleep. So I will talk to you next time. Remember, as always, if you want to follow along with me on Twitter, Pop Culture Junk 2, you can check me out there, and you can always see what I'm live tweeting. Whenever we're watching the WWE pay-per-views or network specials or TakeOver and so forth, follow me on there, and you can see me live tweeting, and you can talk with me and share with me your thoughts on the go right there. All right, guys and gals, take care. I'll see you next time. Remember to me, wrestling's always going to be real. This is the Pop Culture Junkie. I'm signing out.